We're here today to talk about the new Dxm2 Control as well as the plug and play option as part of a whole new line of products. We're going to start out talking about the Dxm2 Control here, and it sits inside this control box here that we're going to talk a little more about this redesigned control box here shortly. The control itself, the thermostat connection over here is only 4 wires now leading up to the stat. So all you need is 4 wires. You do have the option of conventional thermostat inputs here as well, but you will lose a lot of functionality with the conventional stat versus the communicating stat. All our safeties plug in here. Again, we've got our LT1, LT2, and so forth. We also, our ECM motor, it's communicating between the board and the motor itself. Again, only 4 wires instead of those 16 wires that we had previously. Our hot water generator thermistors plug in here on the board. We also have a whole nother series of thermistors here. We're going to have entering water, and a leaving air temperature sensor plugged into this terminal strip here. Also part of the plug and play option is a variable speed pump, Grundfos pump. It gets wired in here. There's 3 wires that communicate between the board and the pump. Again, with this a product line, we're going to have a 2-stage compressor. The rectifier plugs in here, these 2 blue wires. Now we'll go ahead and we'll move and talk in a little more about what inside this box here. But I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the low volt portion of this control box is removable. I had it removed from the main frame here. I will now reinstall it. Obviously there we go. So this is the low volt section here. It hinges. Our high voltage section is tucked away into the corner post of the unit here. Got our compressor contactor, capacitor, as well as the transformer mounted there. Again, kind of tucked away, but yet still very accessible. Some of the other features being integrated into the new product lineup here is the high pressure tap ports here, as well as a low pressure tap port here, easily accessible behind the front access door. We also have the next generation Ultratech scroll compressor being utilized in this whole new lineup, as well as the TXV and the filter dryer have been brought forward in the cabinet very easily to access. Again, part of this, as we talked earlier about this control box here, allows us more real estate inside the box here to make these things more accessible in case of service. Now the plug and play, some of the plug and play features this particular unit in front of us has as well is the variable speed Grundfos pump here. Now that pump has the ability to move the equivalent water against the same feet ahead as 2 2699 pumps. We also have a built-in expansion tank with a bleed port here, so again we can get all the air out of that line so we don't want to introduce air into the system. We also have full port 3-way flush valves here, along with our flush port access here right behind the front access panel. Easy to connect our flush card up to.